Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Code Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. And if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. I actually truly appreciate all of them. There'd be no channel without you guys, so I appreciate you. Thank you to those who are still donating to Loku's Dog and Cat Care Rescue. You do not understand how life-changing this is for so many animals in Sri Lanka. If you are unaware and you're new to my channel, I am running a GoFundMe in the background. If you look down in the description box, there's lots of information on it. It's to support a independent charity. It is run by, it was founded and run by a lady, a wonderful, wonderful soul called Connie Horchen. All of the money goes towards street animals. So there's such an epidemic of street dogs, street cats in a lot of third world countries. If you look at Sri Lanka and India, you will see a lot of them. And there's not a lot of animal centres or a lot of animal hospitals. A lot of them on mainland. So Connie does as much as she can with some locals who live there also. The money that we have raised so far has helped to create or actually buy custom-made wheelchairs for children. See how I view animals now, right? But they have custom-made wheelchairs for amputee dogs that have been hit by tuk-tuks and survived. They deworm as many animals as possible. They have up to 150 spots for dogs and 150 for cats, and they're always at the highest capacity. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I know this is the energy that's coming through, being tongue-tied. All of the money that has gone towards them has made such a difference in the dogs' lives. It's actually helped some of the animals be transported from Sri Lanka to Germany to have a better chance of actually being adopted. So thank you to everyone who's been part of that. If you'd like to, if you want to be part of that, if you just want to share the message, get that awareness out, have a look down below. And I know I just talked for about 2 minutes about that because I'm very passionate about it. Please know that my readings are for entertainment purposes only, so take it with a pinch of salt. This is supposed to be confirmation of what you already intuitively know. If it doesn't hit that spot, then it's not for you, and that's absolutely fine, okay? Now I'm going to be ringing this bell. I'm using a teeny tiny one today. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, 1. Just cleansing the space. It's so flipping cute. It's got a little robin on it. I still have my lady bell. I'm just giving her a rest for now because where I live, the walls are thin, and I do not want every time I'm doing a reading for a big bell to go off. So, oh, I've been really called over here. That's interesting. Let's see. Oh, hi. So this deck is the Cosmic Year, and I got this when I was in Muswell Hill, in a part of London, just looking through. I think it's Waterstones, which is a bookshop, so if anyone's interested in this deck, you may be able to find it on their website. Now, I hope everyone is doing well. Let's see, what do we need to know? What do we need to know, please? Thank you. January's come out, and number 11, interesting. So for January, it says, the god of January is Janus. The birthstone is garnet. Focus is embrace change. Action is reflect on the past and plan the year ahead. So this is something that's happening in January, this coming January. And I know that we're only in July, we're in the midst of summer, but time goes really, really quickly. And it says the Romans associated January with the two-headed god, Janus, the god of doors and pathways. One side of his head pondered the past, while the other side looked forward to the future. January is a time to unite your past and your future. It is symbolically linked to planning and opportunity. January's birthstone is the crimson garnet, which represents new beginnings. Wow. Reflect on your past and make plans for the future you want to create. And we also have a number 11 here. So I'll show you this one. I think that's supposed to be Janus, isn't it? You also have the symbol number 11, focus on balance, inner peace, letting go of negativity. Affirmation is I embrace balance and harmony and let go of regret. Exercises to focus on gratitude and proactive solutions. Now this really ties in with the the January card, which looks at reflecting on the past and planning a year ahead. Now it says for the number 11 is a master number, and the qualities of 1 are doubled. This number suggests total balance and harmony. Keep positive and respect yourself, and you will find your right path. We were just talking about paths. If you are holding on to anger, fear, or bitterness, listen to what these feelings are teaching you. Then let go of all that toxic energy. Focus on gratitude and what brings you joy. This number lets you know you are awakening spiritually, and opportunities for happiness are close by. Now, I feel like the first card we brought out, this can be something that's happening in the future in January, or it literally could be that you are being asked to kind of embody that energy of Janus, the god, of looking at the past, one door looking to the past and one to the future, and being able to assess what it is that you need to let go of in present time, or even patting yourself on the back for the stuff that you have let go of. Okay, there's a need to plan for the year ahead, and January is usually about New Year's resolutions, new start, new me. It doesn't have to be at January. You don't have to wait until January or to the 1st of January before you make a resolution or a goal, or that you set up a vision board. You can do that anytime, and I do feel like the time is ripe for picking. You need to be doing this now. Now, if there are any energies that you're holding on, like anger, fear, bitterness, they're not low vibrational. That is not low vibrational to feel angry or to feel fearful or to have resentment. It only becomes, I heard a stuffy energy. It becomes dense in nature when we hold on to that, when we don't look into the past and say, hey, where's that coming from? And I've heard in the comments, and I know not everyone's going to like this opinion, but whenever I talk about forgiveness, there are some people that become quite upset about that. I don't need to forgive. But then you're holding on to the past. How do you let go of the past without being able to go, do you know what? I'm letting go of every emotion that's connected to that. And it doesn't mean that you are forgetting that it happened. It's not that you are not validating how you felt in that experience. But it's the ability to look back without reacting. And that came up in my last reading as well. Someone here is being asked to look at these two. Okay, garnets may be a crystal that you want to work with right now. It could be a crystal you want to work with right now. Now, January is also to do with Aquarius. So this could be letting go of friendships, letting go of people. There may be a reminiscent energy of, I don't know why, but just a conversation popping into someone's head with somebody that you haven't seen in 10 years. Or just remembering a really funny thing that happened 17 years ago, and it just pops up while you're washing dishes or something. And it brings in nostalgia in some way, and it can be nostalgia in a good way, in a not great way. I do feel like someone's guides here are wanting you to look at this. This is why this is either being popped into your head, it could be a song that you hear. There is definitely a need to take advantage of when you see the number 11, or you see the number 1 displayed in certain ways, whether that is double, triple, quadruple, however, to really take care of what it is that you're thinking of, and not to chastise yourself or have a go at yourself for being in a bad mood, but for going, okay, all right, I know what energy I'm in. I need to pull myself out of that. What can I be grateful for? What has this brought to the surface for me? And as I'm talking, I'm not feeling as jittery, but the energy that I'm in right now, it's nervousness, and it's that energy of, think about when you were a teenager. Like, I know for myself, when I was a teen, I didn't know how to express myself. When I was like 12 years old, if I got angry, I'd cry. I'd get so upset. I didn't know how to express myself. I wasn't quick-witted. I was away with the fairies all the time. You know, my mum said that when I was about 8, up until the age of 10, I'd walk around daydreaming with my mouth open, and she'd have to come and close it. So I didn't really have the skills of how to argue back or go, well, 1 second. I'd get so angry that I'd cry. There is this energy coming through of someone or something wanting to be expressed but not knowing how to, so it's just getting stuffed, pushed down in some way. And this literally could be just a memory coming in from the past, but your guides are showing it to you for a reason. Okay, so I want to move on from these cards. I've been talking on them for 10 minutes, my goodness. So there may be a need for someone to work with Garnet, maybe even look into like this god Janus if it's something that interests you. But it's also looking at adapting to change. So there's a change coming in here. Okay, this is why I was getting like New Year's resolution. This one, or this one? Yeah. Okay. Can I get some clarity on this change, please? On the change and reflecting on the past and planning for the year ahead. And I keep being told in my head, August. This is like the new year starts in August. And I keep hearing new year, new me. Really? I do apologise. That's out of my control. Do you know what? I was sat outside and there were so many helicopters. But I digress. I've never really liked that slogan of new year, new me. There's no need for you to change who you are. It's just pouring more love into yourself. So it's the same you, it's just different goals, right? But I am getting the energy that August, the next coming weeks as we go into August, are going to be really important. There is a massive change that's coming in, and I don't know if what is being brought up for you in the past, from the past, and it doesn't even have to be memories. It can be certain mental behaviours that we have, almost like having, and that came out in a couple of my readings before as well, about revisiting certain critical voices in your head. Waking up and going, oh wow, it's going to be a crap day today, and there's that incessant, there's an energy of needing to look at this. The Seven of Pentacles is coming to mind for me as well. Okay. You've got the Five of Pentacles has come out. The Five of Pentacles, this is regret. This is, I don't know, is this holding a grudge? This is feeling like you've been left out of something. I don't know who needs to hear this, and please, I've said this before, you don't need to put shouty caps going, that's not me, it's okay. Take what resonates, throw the rest away. The Five of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands here, someone is also maybe controlling, because you've got the Four of Pentacles coming out too, let me just show you. The Queen of Wands is a very creative, very magical card as well. If I see any cards like this that have a cat in them, it's always denotes for me personally to do with magic. But what I'm getting from this more than anything is like magical charm of creating in a way that really inspires other people, or creating in a way that people want to know more. They kind of get drawn to you more. And the Five of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands, this is, I don't know if someone is feeling like they have imposter syndrome, like they aren't, and they're not as sexy as people think they are. So I don't know, with the Queen of Wands is also a very physical, tactile, spicy energy as well. This is beauty. I do feel like someone doesn't see themselves the way that others see them. It's like I've been seeing on like TikTok and, you know, various social media outlets, the eyebrow blindness, when people don't realise that their eyebrows look better when they use that filter that kind of puts it on. I tried to do it, it did not work for me. My eyebrows end up here. But it's not being able to see and going, no, that looks awful, I'll keep these. And people going, no, you've got eyebrow blindness. This is the same when it comes to, I heard competence. This isn't just about the way that you look. It's people are inspired by your beauty, irrespective of gender, your creativeness, but also how you make things grow, because you're not growing it just for yourself. And even if you are, you're sharing your harvest. Because if you look at the Queen of Wands, she's got that massive sunflower next to her. Now, sunflowers are about growth, but the sunflower, when it's dried out, you can eat those seeds, or you can plant them again. There's uses for these things. And there's a sense of wonder and magic that comes in from your energy. And I don't know if you're seeing that. I don't know if you're giving yourself enough credit. You have the Four of Pentacles coming out as well. And this is about control or holding on to something too tightly. I heard precious, almost like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Someone's holding onto something too tightly, and because you're holding onto it too tightly, this is why we have the Five of Pentacles here. We've got the Five of Pentacles, we've got the Four of Pentacles, and then we have this beautiful energy right in the middle. You can't control the outcome is what I'm hearing. Someone specifically needs to hear this, whether this is about the way that you look, and say you've got a goal that you want to go to the gym and you want to look a specific way, or you want your head, I don't know if you're, are you meeting someone? Are you meeting someone? Because I'm getting like there's someone's angsty, feeling angsty. Three of Pentacles is in reverse. King of Swords. And then the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I'm definitely getting imposter syndrome all over this. Someone worrying that either people won't want to collaborate with them. If you're going on a date of some sort, this is for someone very specific. Stop worrying about how you look, like figure-wise. You're gorgeous. You are gorgeous the way that you are, and you've got to remember that your vessel, your meat sack, you know, this body that we're in has carried you through so many trials and tribulations, through so many victories, through so many experiences, that every stretch mark, every acne mark, every broken bone, every bruise, everything that you have, every wrinkle that you have is a sign and it's a sign or a mark of who you are and how far you've come. And it's not to say that you have to stop and, okay, well, fair enough, I'll stay at this weight, or fair enough, I won't go to the gym, or fair enough, I won't do whatever. It's just someone being very kind with themselves at where they are. And if you are going on a date and this person's taking you on a date, they don't care if you've got a round tummy. They are not staring at your wrinkles. They are not looking at the stretch marks. They're looking at you. And I do feel like someone needs to see this. The King of Swords here to the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who's very logical, or you're being asked to be very, try and be objective about either your creativity, what it is that you're creating, or the way that you look at yourself, And this tying into the January 11, reflecting on the past, what is making you feel the way that you feel about the things that you create, or the way that your body looks, or the way that you express yourself through your clothes, through your hair, through your nails, through, I don't know, your beard, your muscles, whatever it may be. That little niggling voice in the background, where's it coming from? When we're very aware of the whys and the hows, it makes it a lot easier for us to be able to shut it down. And I'm not a therapist in any way, shape or form. Anything that comes up in the areas of law, finance, mental health or physical health, please know that I am not qualified in those areas, and I don't claim to be. And if it really resonates for you and you need that advice, please ensure that you are reaching out to someone who is qualified and gaining advice and guidance from them first. But I digress. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse to the Five of Pentacles. I get that there is like this fear of being left out in the cold, or I don't know why I keep getting for someone specifically. If you're meeting someone or going on a date with someone, or if you end up liking someone, being worried that they aren't going to like you the way that you like them, or that the impression that you've given them is going to be completely different from who you are. Because I mean, unless you're catfishing someone, there's no worry here. There's no need to worry. And for others, this is to do with the way that you create, you paint, you sing, you dance, you podcast, whatever it is that you do. It doesn't have to be as a job. It can be something that lights you up, that you loved doing when you were a kid, and you've just expanded from that. This could be a side quest, it could be a hobby, it could be a side hustle, whatever it is that you pour yourself into that you love doing. The King of Swords is giving me that someone here appreciates clear and direct conversations or advice. You don't like people messing around with it. Like, you want honest opinions. And someone here needs honest opinions about their creativity, and you're holding on too tight to something here. The King of Pentacles is in reverse. So someone has a really good business idea that they're sitting on it. You're sitting on this. Why are you sitting on it? Why aren't you doing something with it? I heard because I can't. Why can't you? Why is someone sitting on this? Because the thing is, this goes both ways. This could be your skin, this could be the way that you look, or this can be a creative idea, or it could be all three, because maybe you're your own brand, right? But someone is sitting with something here, and it says balance, Archangel Zadkiel, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. Okay, so that may be the reason why. Oh, and January dropped down to show me. Okay, so August is obviously very important, and January is something's going to kick off from there. There is a need right now to be reflecting in the past. It doesn't mean like woe is me and looking back into the past and going, oh, I effed everything up, or oh, that was really sad, or it's kind of like linking the dots between, or joining the dots between each experience that you've had that has brought you to that little critical thinking, not critical thinking, that critic in your brain. So if it's because you don't like the way that your nose looks, where has that come from? Why don't you like your nose? What experiences have you had where people have made you feel less than, that have focused on your nose? Or if it's to do with the way that you dance and you love dancing and you've done, you know, creative dance or professional dance, and you're not expanding on it because of an experience that you had in the past. It could have been co-dancers or whatever that may be. Finding out what that is and then picking that apart objectively, with or without a therapist, depends on what you feel that you need, is important right now. Because I heard it sets you up for success. It sets you up for success. January, this has come out in readings before, that January and February are going to be very, very, very important. The ball is already rolling at that point. Because whatever it is that comes in for you, don't want to have this. And I'm not saying like, you know, your wounds, don't have your wounds all bleeding all over it. No, it's not that. But there'll be, what's the word? Clearer sight and clearer thinking when it comes to certain choices that you need to make in the future, when you are not acting out of a wound that maybe you don't even know is there, or is so nuanced that has been pushed down and it's been hidden in part of your shadow. I think that came out in a reading yesterday. But with this here, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. Archangel Zadkiel could be quite important to someone here right now. And especially with putting this card down with the 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and then balance, with the number on balance being 14 and change. And what we're talking about with January, focus is embracing change. Embracing change. There may be a slowdown in something for someone here. And when you think of winter, as things start to freeze over, this is a time of hibernation, of slowing down, you know, resting, recuperating. You look at trees in winter as they go through, you know, autumn and fall and into winter. They almost look dead, but they're not. I don't know if somebody is kind of holding back from not investigating, but looking into the past properly. And I don't criticize you in any way, shape or form. We are human beings having a spiritual experience. Excuse me, we are not. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Oh my goodness. And sometimes with that comes highs and lows. But your guides want you to look at this because you've got life experience upside down. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread. Or when somebody is pushing against this, I don't know who's pushing against this, but you're pushing against a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. And we've been talking about this. Someone is pushing against it completely. I don't know if you are waiting for some sort of legal advice on a specific thing. The King of Swords is, to me, about law and order. It can be military, police, FBI, sheriff, or it just can be somebody who has a very strong sense of order, of, you know, of justice. Now, why have we been shown this? Why have I been shown this? This one? Should I take it off this too? No? Okay. Can I get Clarity on the Four of Pentacles for the King of Pentacles in reverse, please. Renewals coming out. To the Eight of Fire, to the Nine of Air. Okay, to the Lovers. That's why I was feeling like this is also to do with a date or to do with somebody else here. I mean, you might not actually be going on a date, but someone here may be ready now to get back out on the dating scene, and this seems daunting in some way. I heard clothes not fitting right, or your hair not looking the way that you want it to, or not being able to find that aftershave that you really like. We started with renewal, and renewal says review and evaluate a favourable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. But it's upside down, you guys. It's upside down. There is this energy of being worried, of looking at the past for what you might see. I don't know if someone's blocked some memories out. So someone may need to have therapy or CBT. I'm not saying you have to. All of the cards that have come out so far are blue. I've got one that's red, but most of them are blue. This is to do with the mental body. This is why when we're looking at reflecting on the past and plan for the future ahead, I don't think you can see this. This candle is bending. It's actually bending. I'm going to see if I can show it to you without dropping wax everywhere. It's bending. Bending, but it's bending away. Someone needs to lean into this. Someone here needs to lean into this. Because it's not that you're resisting change. I don't know if you find change stressful or if you don't. It's almost like someone is worried about what comes next. It's like when people are scared of ghosts or things that go bump in the night or the dark. It's because it's the unknown. And we as human beings, we like to know what's coming next. It gives us a safety net. Same as when you think of children, the reason why they like routine and consistency is because they know what comes next. That makes them feel safe. When you don't know what's going to happen next, it can leave us feeling vulnerable, because the same as something goes bump in the dark, if you don't know what it is, could it harm you? And I'm getting this from someone. It's not that you don't want to. Someone here is a bit frightened too. So this is why you're being asked to really look into angel numbers, especially if you're seeing recurring ones, and check what they mean, because they will give someone guidance here. The 11 card that exercises to focus on gratitude and practice solutions, and proactive solutions, proactive. So if you've got a lot of what ifs coming through, you're being asked to think of as many solutions as you can to what it is that is scaring you, or whatever it is that's making you feel like you need to slow down or that you can't look back. It says expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. Now you also have the Eight of Fire, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. Okay, so I don't know if there is the fear of things moving too quickly, because you have the Lovers underneath here. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh out your decisions, good health. Now I'm going to take the Lovers not as a complete direct line of that is what's happening in this relationship, because it cuts out a lot of people, and I still was getting downloads talking about creativity, about sharing some sort of creativity, and there's this imposter syndrome when it comes to that. Now the Lovers card is about love between two people, but for those who are not looking for a relationship, or this just doesn't resonate with them as being a romantic relationship, this is to do with your work, your side quest, your side hustle, the hobby, the things that you love doing and you can do for hours on end, and it just brings you joy and you don't feel drained after doing it. This lover coming in could literally be someone who's a lover of your work or wants to lift you up with your work, and there's a lot of stress coming in here. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. So going back and looking at, reflecting on the past to plan for the year ahead is really important too, because looking back and seeing, where does this worry come from? Where does this mistrust come from? Because at some point we trusted. At some point we didn't have wounds. Think of the first time that you ever dated someone. You have no reason not to trust that person. So we don't have the little, you know, triggered wounds here and there. Look at this flipping candle. Sorry, I need to show you again. Oh my God. We don't have any of those things, so we just trust unabashedly, right? And it's not until we have our heart broken that we're like, oh my gosh, I need to reserve myself a bit. It seems to be the same here for someone when it comes to their creativity. Ask yourself, you don't have to tell me, you don't have to publicly, you know, air it if you don't want to. What is it that holds you back from truly expressing yourself? And I am not saying that through your creativity that you don't express yourself. Someone is pausing before expressing, which means there's a shift into, well, I should express it this way, because if I express it this way, it's going to be more well received. Only take that if it resonates, and that's going to be for specific people. And for those that it resonates with, there's a need to throw away that mask, to throw away that pause before expressing yourself and just express yourself, because the right people are going to resonate with it, and the people that it's not for are just not going to, and that's okay. You've got awakening here in reverse. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Shut the front door. Now this was in reverse with Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Gabriel is the angel of dreamtime, water and emotions, and this has all been to do with the mental body, and it's connecting now into the emotional body as well. That being in reverse, I don't know who it is who's not looking at this, and I know as I'm reading this sounds like a massive thing. It doesn't have to be. It could be something very small and nuanced. I mean, I absolutely love illustration. I've illustrated since I was a small child. But I learned that it was part of my way of escapism because I was so sensorily overstimulated all the time. Being able to look back and see that has actually helped me be able to express myself when I feel overly stimulated. I get out a paintbrush, I get out a pen, I draw, you know. There's someone here needs to link those things, look back in the past, look at the good things, the things that you're grateful for, you know, and see how you can put in solutions. How can you help yourself with the past? Because the thing is, yes, if therapy works for you, go for it. But also there's a need to use your discernment. Okay. Can I get 2 more cards, please? 2 more cards. The Hermit. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching and self-discovery. This is really needed for someone here. And I feel that by doing so, someone here is going to have an epiphany, or there's going to be a lightning bolt, or a light bulb moment that's going to come. It's going to switch on for you. But you need to go into yourself. And the last card here is happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. And that is the Star. And I have to say underneath, you've got unity as well. I know this was a shorter reading, but I feel like the message was very direct here, that you are worthy of love. You are worthy of expressing yourself in your true, authentic nature without other people judging you. Unfortunately, we live in a world where everyone judges each other. So you can't, it's not the greatest idea to give a crap what other people think of you, whether it's to do with the way that you look physically, or whether it's the way that you express yourself. Because Archangel Jophiel, the Star, with number 8 on there, this is to do with strength. 8 is strength card in tarot. And unity is the last card. It's number 5, this is change. We started on change and we end on change. Archangel Sandalphon. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors or like-minded friends. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated for you and you'd like to see and hear more and see when I post, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe and on the notification bell. Please know that my readings are open. I am only offering 15-minute readings. If you need any information, it's all down in the description box. The only way to get in contact with me for a reading is to email me on bronwenscovetarot@gmail.com. If you send any money through PayPal, I won't even know because I don't check there. And when I do, I will assume it is a donation. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.